I'll be joining everybody, so that we won't get like an uneven number for the students.
Is there initials after the email?
What? I don't think so, no.
No, okay.
No, that's NK.
Oh. Okay. There we go. Okay, everybody. So today we're going to do something a little bit fun, hopefully. Okay. So today we're going to talk about island life. Isn't it great to live on an island like Taiwan? But
How often do you guys forget that this is? I forget. Until I go to the beach. Like, oh yeah, this is.
yeah. Well, maybe it's different for them because we grew up in not an island.
That's okay, that's okay.
Yeah. And so anyway, so yeah, it's great that we live on this island. It's wonderful. We all appreciate it and enjoy it. But could it be better?
Maybe.
Maybe. So the question that we're going to ask about today is, would you want to live on your island? That would kind of be the theme. But before we get into that, I want to look at this quote. It is by Edward de Bono. I don't know how to say his name. There is no doubt that creativity is the most important human resource of all. Without creativity, there would be no progress, and we would be forever repeating the same patterns. What do you think about this quote? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Are you a creative person? How can you become more creative? All of these questions. Let's talk about it together. What do you guys think about this quote?
I mean, I agree that we need creativity. Like, if people weren't curious or were creative, like, a lot of inventions. But at the same time, like, I think we do repeat a lot of the same patterns as humans. So I feel like just that last, like, phrase, I feel like I disagree with. I think maybe I would say, like, we would forever, like, or, like, we would be, like, not as far as long in, like, human invention as we could be.
Yeah.
If we don't have creativity.
Yeah. Like the previous talk that we had, probably I would say this is the only thing. Creativity will be the only thing that differentiates us from maybe robots. I also agree with what Laura said that maybe we are following the same patterns. Something I wanted to add, okay, even that's nothing to do with all these. Okay, Laura, go ahead, continue. Yeah, like I said, I really don't mind. My teaching experience was kind of like there was a certain time at my teaching when we started having a lot of international students, and one time I had a Japanese student, and many times I kept having some, and then I was doing something very creatively. Okay? Nothing personal. I pick up a certain country just between Japan, us, a few students exchanged from China, and I saw something quite funny. Even though maybe I'm being here too long, I don't really see students from here have a lot of creativity. But that year was kind of shocking to me. The students from China and students from Japan had not much creativity.
Yeah. I can't speak about Japan because I haven't spent much time there, but China, they do not teach creativity in China, but that's also on purpose.
Yeah, of course, I can understand that. Yeah, my son's really proud about him having a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
But I was quite surprised that by that Japanese student because
Yeah.
whenever we have something like following the teacher's instructions, she did it wonderfully, always 100% accurate, perfect. And there was one time I was asking them to bring in something innovative, and she had not much. And it's a funny presentation. Rita was in the class last semester, and I was asking them to do a product that's quite innovative, and the students of us actually brought in a lot of fancy ideas. That's one thing. Okay. Maybe for Rita probably doesn't know that energy either. People in some certain areas of Europe actually celebrate Christmas for 25 days. Yeah. You guys know that? I only came across about a few years ago because my wife had a friend who is Japanese living in Germany. And recently I had this kind of film sent to me, all the shorts. We actually had one chocolate from first day of December. You have 25 chocolates.
That's like a calendar. Yeah.
Is that one kind of calendar?
Yeah, we call it an advent calendar.
Okay. Is that from the Europe or?
I don't know where it's from, but some families sell, some families do it, some don't.
Even in the States. Yeah,
Yeah.
first time I came, I didn't know
It's
that.
not like a big thing.
No.
Really?
Like Layla's doing one, and it's just like,
But just for fun,
It's
it's
just
like
like a-
chocolate.
well, it's not chocolate, it's books.
Oh, that's right.
But it's quite shocking to us. So the late student who actually went on to do a presentation, she brought in 25 lights, plugging in.
Oh.
Mhm.
Because I told them it's an unplugged presentation, no PowerPoint, everything. And she was like negotiating with me, can I bring in all the plugging? So she started telling one story after she turned on one light. And it's a 24 short story presentation. Unbelievable. And
Wow.
all the other students from China or Japan were not that creative.
Yeah.
So, but that 25 days is a new idea. I only learned recently. And last night I was watching a video and it's 25 beers from a German calendar.
Yeah,
Funny.
I know the.
Big bucks.
I think
Yeah.
that Aldi has that,
Mm,
like a beer or wine calendar.
that's funny.
I try to get it, and it always sells out. So
Funny.
Can we get it somewhere?
there's a, which is actually German, isn't Aldi German?
I have no
I'm
idea.
pretty sure. Grocery store in the state. In the
Oh,
States called Aldi, and they have like a.
What
They
is-
call it like a beer advent calendar. So
What
it's
is-
just
what
like
is it?
little bottles
Yeah.
of like
What a great excuse.
beer for like each day of advent, and then they have a wine one too. That's like a little
Yeah.
bottle of wine.
I accidentally had a chance to go during the winter time. Oh, it's like heaven. I don't drink, but looking at it, every corner on the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't say though that we're like celebrating Christmas for 25 days. So like Advent, it means like, so
Over there.
ADVENT, Advent. And so basically Advent is a fancy word for like, kind of like to prepare for the arrival of.
Okay.
And so it's like a Christian thing because it's Christmas.
Right.
And so Christians celebrate Advent to like prepare for Christmas. And so they'll like, a lot of Christians will read like books or like what we call like devotionals or like daily readers to like kind of like prepare for like, it'll be like about a passage from the Bible about Jesus or
Right.
different stuff like that. And eventually that became like monetized and like big corporations. And so they like made a calendar with chocolates in it. And so every day you got to eat a chocolate to prepare for Jesus.
Got carried away with all these commercial ideas.
Yes. And so anyway. So yeah, this is an interesting quote because I don't know, I feel like with bold statements like that, like there's no doubt that creativity is the most important human resource. I'm like, I'd have to think about that more. Like, is creativity actually the number one most important human resource versus like love? I don't know about that, but it definitely is very, very, very important. But so today we're going to be talking a little about like, yeah, are you a creative person? And how do you become more creative? And one way, how do you get better at anything? Practice. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna be creative, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break into groups or pairs, and then you are gonna go outside with your pair and you're gonna take a photo of an object. And you're gonna use that photo, I'll explain. You'll use that photo to create an island, okay? And then you draw your island. And then at the end of the class, you'll come up here and present your island, okay? So what does each step look like in more detail? So first, take a photo. Here's an example. Somebody took a photo of like melting snow and they turned that into kind of the shape or the outline of their island, okay? And so this is just, honestly, this step is not super important. It's literally so you don't just draw a circle on your paper. It's like giving you some like, okay, I have like different boundaries to work with. How do I like maximize this, or how do I do this well? So go outside. Your pair will decide together on an object. And so like, for example, if you took a picture of this chair, your island would look like this with some spines on it, okay? So you use the outline of something, not the entire photo. Just pick one thing, and that'll be the outline of your photo. Because that's not the most important thing, at maximum, be back in the classroom after 5 minutes. Okay? Okay, so that's the first step. Okay? Second step, you'll draw your island. Okay? So we have paper here, and we have markers of all different colors. So your map should end up looking something like this. It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to be like super artistic, but it has to, you have to fill out your map. Like, are there mountain ranges? Are there animals? Are there like different cities? What physical landmarks are there? Okay, you have 15 minutes to draw. Now here's an important piece. Remember, today is about being creative. So of course, you could draw a map that looks like this, and it's like, oh, there's a mountain here. Oh, there's a city here. Oh, there's like a school here. Done. That's boring, okay? So we want to think creatively, okay? So as you're drawing, you and your partner should also be talking about why is our island looking like this? Or what's the story behind our island? Like, is it on the back of a turtle? Is this island like crazy like that? Or is it floating in the sky? Or is it like a big house? Like, is there a lot of people there? Or is it like in the future? Or is it in the past? Or is it a scary island? What's the story behind the island? If it's floating, why is it floating? If it's on the ground, why is it on the ground? If it's in like it could be in water, it could be in poison, it could be in lava, like in a volcano, so many options. So think creatively and then start building your island. So we're not just like adding points on a map, we're building an island. It's physical features, it's history, it's just its personality as an island. So like, is it your dream island? Is it a scary island? Is it in the future, the past? What is unique about your island? We want these to be unique islands. And so if it helps you to think in categories like, oh, what is my dream island? Like, boom, make that. Whatever category you need to think in to help you be more unique and creative, do that, okay? So 15 minutes to draw, and then we'll present. Rules for presenting. Each group presents for 5 minutes or less. We don't want to talk for super long. Both members contribute equally to the presentation, okay? If you draw it, you must be able to explain it in English. So
Now you sound more like me.
yeah,
Very strict.
yeah. So it's like what I'm saying is it's not like, oh, that doesn't mean, oh, I'm gonna draw simple things. It means, okay, I want to draw this crazy thing. Okay, now I need to figure out how to say that in English. Okay. So tell us about your dream island. You can use the questions of what, where, when, why, how. Use those kind of questions to explain the island. Okay. What is it? Where is it? When is it? Why is it this way? And how is this possible? And then at the end, you must answer, would you live on this island? Is this something that you would want to live on, or is this like, no, this is scary? I don't know. However you want to think about it. So, okay, we'll do this. Would you rather live on this island that you draw or in Taiwan? We'll do that. Okay, are there any questions?
James, you might want to leave this slide. I kind of like this idea.
Yeah.
So it's about 2:15. So 5 minutes for the picture taking, and then 50 minutes. So maybe 2:30. No, actually 2:35. Let's
2:35.
Let's make it 2:40 because it might take time to draw.
Okay.
2:40.
So
we
we'll
two,
start presenting at 2:40.
Okay, so we two will be one pair, and then Laura and Rita will be one.
Okay.
So
Now we're on the photo section.
today, accidentally, our two demos are very
Interactive.
and intra-personal. And it's a one.
Mm.
I'm using the idea from design thinking.
Mm.
Just sort of tell everybody, if you pay this to Stanford, you have to pay about $5,000 US. I'm stealing one idea. You guys can use. I have Chinese and English versions, so go ahead. I went to a lot of workshops in Taipei. They all do the same thing, and they charge you with a lot of money. Okay, you can go home, put a booth or anywhere, making some money. Okay, so enjoy.
All right.
Teacher, you can rest a little bit.
I'm gonna go outside and just watch what you guys are doing. Make sure you don't run off. Cut class. Ya hooligans. Laura, are you done with your noodles? All right, I'll throw them away.
We decide our photo.
Nice.